A potentially sticky political wicket out of today's WikiLeaks dump comes from John Podesta, a top Clinton advisor. 2 days before a subpoena ordered Hillary to turn over her private server, Podesta wrote, "We're going to have to dump all those emails, so better to do so sooner than later." So does that mean destroying or simply releasing emails to the public? Well, let's talk to the man who's been following every element of this story, Bret Baier, Fox News chief political anchor and host of Special Report on the Fox News channel. Welcome back, Bret.
Hey, Kennedy.
You guys have put together a really interesting timeline. It starts March 2nd of 2015. That's when the New York Times released this story about the existence of the private server. And that's when Robbie Mook and John Podesta started talking about taking care of the emails and dumping them. What do you make of the timeline from the 2nd of March last year until the end of the month, when those emails were deleted using BleachBit, which digitally shredded them? What stands out most to you there?
Well, first of all, these conversations, these emails, give you a view into the scrambling that was going on behind the scenes in the Clinton campaign about what to do with these emails. The New York Times story comes out. That's the exchange where you see John Podesta saying we're going to have to dump these sooner rather than later. The campaign now says that Podesta was talking about dumping as in getting out, releasing to Congress and to the public these emails. The problem is twofold. One, March 4th, the subpoena is issued, and then what you just mentioned, that at the end of the month, after the subpoena is issued, they erase 33,000 of them, not just erase them, but they BleachBit the server, and they try to erase them forever. Now, of those, how many are work-related? We don't know. How many deal with the Clinton Foundation? Or do they put Clinton Foundation emails in work-related or non-work-related? And so that adds to the mystery of what exactly is on Anthony Weiner's laptop with Huma Abedin's emails.
All right, so Bret, what do you think? Now, when you read these, you have to assume that on some level this influences Comey's ongoing investigation into the server issue. But also, you know, you think about the emails that are on that laptop, and perhaps those emails that were BleachBitten actually exist somewhere in the 650,000. Do you see the WikiLeaks investigation influencing the ongoing FBI investigation, the WikiLeaks dump, rather?
Maybe. I just don't think the FBI is that concerned about what's coming out in WikiLeaks.
Do you think
I'm sure
they've
they're
seen them? Do you think they've already seen these emails that we're reading?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that they've seen these already. I think that that they're probably following it very closely, but they're consumed with trying to figure out what's in the 650,000. As far as we can tell from sources, they're using high-tech stuff to go through those, looking for keywords, looking for classification, looking for different elements of the investigation ongoing. Remember two things. One, there's the email investigation on the classified emails, and then we know now that the Clinton Foundation investigation had continued with 4 separate FBI offices working on that, and it never stopped, even though there was some word and reporting that it had. So the Clinton Foundation, the quid pro quo, what was happening, what Secretary of State Clinton was doing with the foundation, possibly for money, that may be more damning in the long run in those emails than perhaps the classification.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, just the things that you have laid out and the different areas that have been under investigation. And the one thing that sticks with me that I keep coming back to is the relationship between the FBI and the deputy director and Terry McAuliffe giving that almost $500,000 donation.
$675.
Yeah, including the $200,000 in mailers. So when you add it all up, it's almost $700,000 that he donated to the campaign of the deputy director of FBI's wife. You know, and the fact that Terry McAuliffe is part of this investigation. It is not a separate investigation. How does that factor into all of this?
Well, it just smells, Kennedy, and it goes to the whole thing of, You know, this is why people hate Washington, period. You don't have to be a Trump fan or a never Trump fan. This is why people look at Washington and say, see, this is stupid. Let's start over. And frankly, Donald Trump has tapped into that.
Yeah.
And the system is rigged really fits into that whole narrative. And we'll see if he rides that wave on Election Day.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it could be as simple as that. People don't even need to know the details of what's in the emails, either from WikiLeaks or what might come out of that laptop. All they know is that there are so many factors and so many factions that seem to be so intertwined that they do want to just throw the whole thing overboard and start a new. Bret Baier, thank you so much.
All right, Kennedy, see ya.
Love your insight. Keep up the good work.